my people, Tinubu is in great panic as more secrets don't come outside. Oh, hey, even this video serve, it go show say Keyamo is a compulsive liar. Please just hit this like button. May all obedient family make them see. Share this video to your family and friends, and don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section. And if you are new to my page, please follow this page. Please listen to our brother Arun Agoro as he throws more light on this.
A lot of aggrieved parties. The nation is like in mourning. I have never seen a time like this when after an election, you will expect there should be celebrations everywhere. But in many instances and many cases, you can't say winners because it's like handpicking. An election that was marred with so many irregularities. I don't know if you can call that a free, fair, and credible election that is anything to write home about, where they're seizing ballot boxes, where thugs are invading polling units and chasing people carrying ballot boxes. Some of the thugs are coming in camouflage uniform, looking like the army, looking like the police. Before they realize it, they hear sporadic gunshots. As the people escape for their safety, they carry the ballot boxes, and in some instances, you'll just find all the different ballot boxes or ballot papers littered all over the polling units. That is what has characterized 2023 election. I'm telling you, to me, I don't know about you, but to me, this has been one of the worst Nigerian elections in recent history. I don't know how we can call this credible election. President Buhari came and made a promise and raised the hope of Nigerians. He said what he wants to leave as a legacy is to ensure that this year's election is the most credible. He said he was going to ensure that it goes down, his legacy, that he conducted a free, fair, and credible election, where he even encouraged people to vote a person of their choice, vote a party of their choice. He wasn't encouraging people to vote his own party. He said the party of your choice. But later on, it looked as if he started backing down, maybe because of pressure from his people with their own presidential candidate, m0re, Baba Jagaban, when he started charging and fighting and saying why he made Buhari, why is Buhari not going to make him now? So he said it is his turn, m0re. And we know what has happened. We saw what happened with the presidential election. There were so many irregularities. People even died, lost property. And you can't call that a credible election. Nobody can deny the fact that this year's election is actually one of the worst. I know the parties that appear to have made it, the ones that have been declared winners, they're going to defend what I'm saying. They will say, yeah, there were challenges, but they will go on to say those challenges were not enough to change the current outcome. I don't know what yardstick they use to measure the fact that the challenges or the issues that affected 2023 elections were just in isolated places. But how can one say that with the level of insecurity where people's lives were unsafe, especially during the gubernatorial election? There are so many irregularities. People thumbprinting ahead of time. You call that just isolated cases where child voters, and I'm from the north. I know this is a thing that is a prevalent thing that happens always in the north. Child voters, where people that are not even citizens are allowed to come in and vote for particular candidates, especially of the ruling party. The current ruling party is rejoicing, celebrating the fact that Tinubu is now the president-elect. But that same Tinubu was the one that was going to INEC to protest 2011 and I think other years.
Today, not the first warning signal to INEC as an institution. They do not represent the interests of Nigerians. They are all compromised electoral officers. They have committed criminal offenses by rigging elections against Nigerians. I here mainly to give letter to INEC on our representations of the way elections are conducted, and are demanding cancelling the election totally and putting another date to the election. The reason we are putting in the letter, which is going to be handed over to INEC.
They're now calling on people to accept defeat, but they didn't accept defeat that time. They fought and fought and fought. That time it was not even as serious or as bad as it is now, but they still stood up to fight. So in the same way or in the same vein, after this election, seeing all the things that happen, insecurity, ballot box snatching, a lot of irregularities. And so the people are now standing up to defend what they believe is their stolen mandate. I just finished watching the interview of Festus Keyamo together with Shehu on Arise TV, where Keyamo came there. He was virtually accusing Baba Ahmed, the flag bearer of Labour Party, of treason. That what he said on TV was a treasonable offense. Well, that is his own interpretation of the law because he's a senior advocate. One thing I've noticed about Keyamo and many others that are like that, they know how to cut the law when it suits them or goes their own way. Now it is treason. The time he was on the other side, he also was fighting the same system. But now because he's together with them, he's a spokesperson, he's a minister, he's a cabinet minister under this same regime. What else do we expect from Keyamo? He's accusing Peter Obi of being a person who is either a tribalist or a religious bigot, that he was only addressing people that were Christians and he did not address the others. That is why he did not get votes in the far north. But as a northerner, I can tell you, I know how our northern voters behave. Everything is around religion. That was what Tinubu knew. He knew to get votes from the north, you have to play the religious card. And that is why, at a time that Nigeria is so divided along religious lines, what did he do? He did the Muslim ticket. He did not care how divided Nigeria was or is, did not care about the current challenges in the nation along religious lines. That is why he went on to choose Shetima as a Muslim, and he did a Muslim ticket. Keyamo is accusing Peter Obi of being religiously biased, and most of his votes came from Christians, and that's why he had the Christian vote. But I want to ask you, Keyamo, your own man that you're defending, Tinubu that you are saying has won, you are saying is the president-elect and that Labour Party should accept, Peter Obi should accept, Baba Ahmed should accept. Is Baba Ahmed not a Muslim? So is he also a religious bigot? Peter Obi went to different states in the north, in the south, in the east, and the west. When he came to the north, he was not addressing people on the basis of religion. Several times he kept saying, don't vote for me because I'm a Christian. Don't vote for me because I'm from the southeast.
Election next year will not be based on ethnicity. We've had it before. It will not be based on religion. It must not be by my turn. It's nobody's turn.
Next year election, let nobody tell you to vote for him because it's by tribe. The people in the north or south don't buy bread cheaper. Everybody is suffering. I'm not asking you to vote for me because I'm a Christian. There's no place Christians buy bread cheaper or Muslims buy it cheaper. And don't vote for me because it's my turn. It's time of Nigerians to take back their country.
Do not vote for them because of religion. No religion buys bread cheaper. Is there anywhere Muslims buy bread cheaper? Is there anywhere Christians buy bread cheaper? Don't vote because of religion.
صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين.
He kept saying, vote for me because I'm a Nigerian. Vote for me because you know I will bring change in Nigeria. The ones that were addressing people on the basis of religion were from your party, APC. Keyamo is on TV accusing Peter Obi of what he should have been accusing his own principal, that is Tinubu. So if anybody is to be accused of using religion, it should be Tinubu, it should be Shetima. So if anybody is to be accused of religious fanaticism and bigotry, it should be Tinubu because he did Muslim ticket. Remember how Tinubu went and got fake bishops to act as if they were real bishops. He went that far. Can you imagine Peter Obi getting false imams, getting people from the street to dress like imams to come for the unveiling of his flag bearer? Can you imagine if he had done that? Nigeria would have been in flames. They would say that is blasphemy. To get people that are not real imams to dress like imams, it would have been fire on the mountain. Do you know many of the things that Keyamo is accusing Peter Obi of? His own principal, Tinubu, has blown it time and time again. He's been guilty of all the things that Peter Obi is being falsely accused of. This whole thing about go to court, the time that Dino Melaye of PDP and some of the other aggrieved parties were saying the whole process, the way Mahmoud Yakubu was going, was completely wrong. They were raising the issues and he said they should submit them, they will look into them. But did he have time to check through the grievances, what the irregularities were? No. In a hurry, while people were in bed, 4 a.m., he hurriedly went to announce Tinubu as the winner of the election. Then when people are talking, they say they should go to court, go to court. Why are they so confident about people going to court? But let me even ask you, the chief judge of the nation, who is the one that elects the person? Who chooses the person? Is it not the same ruling party? Is it not still the same sitting president? Keyamo was saying that what Baba Ahmed came to do, his interview on Arise TV, is going to aggravate Nigerians, is going to get the majority of Nigerians that voted for Tinubu, the silent majority, they are angry, and it's going to push them, almost like pushing them to the wall. But my question is that Nigerians are known for when something good happens, they celebrate. How come only a few of these wicked, greedy politicians are the ones that celebrated when the announcement was made of Tinubu being the president-elect? Why are they not celebrating? And you're just waiting until after the court case or what? So it's obvious that there are more aggrieved Nigerians, there are more sad Nigerians, there are more disenfranchised Nigerians. They are all angry and sad because the mandate has been stolen. In many of the instances and cases where results were false, where the votes of Peter Obi were swapped, they were not swapped with APC or A or AA or any of the other parties. Many times where there was a swap of results, where there was a cancellation of results, it was always Peter Obi that his own result was swapped with APC or cancelled and is given a lower number. Throughout many of the instances we saw were just to disenfranchise LP or Labour Party supporters, the supporters of Peter Obi. So that's why the nation is like in mourning. And then here Keyamo is coming to defend what cannot be defended. Talking about the drug case of Tinubu. Can you imagine if it was Peter Obi that had such a history? Keyamo would be the first to stand to say Peter Obi is not qualified to even come near being a local government chairman, talk less being a president. But now because he's Tinubu and he knows what he stands to gain, he's standing to defend that thing and saying this matter has been laid to rest. Laid to rest on somebody that we can see obviously that this person is corrupt. See what he has done to Lagos, and that's the person he wants to force on us. Our prayer is that the judiciary will do the needful. Actually, the judiciary is supposed to be the last hope. But if the judiciary is partial, is partisan, and has been bought over, we see it over and over. INEC staff were bought, returning officers were bought, governors were bought, people were bought just to ensure that Tinubu becomes president. We also saw this during the gubernatorial and the State House of Assembly election. In many of the places, APC were bribing, were paying money so that people can vote APC, and then returning officers were being bribed. We've only had one case of this professor from Abia State that put her foot down. And she said because she's a Christian and she's a mother, she will not be swayed, she will not be bribed. Nobody is going to make her do something that is wrong. Can you imagine if we have such people in Nigeria? We will have a different Nigeria. Keyamo was accusing Peter Obi of telling people to take their nation back and that it was Christians. He was trying to make it a religious thing. In my broadcast, I always tell people, I've been telling Nigerians to take your nation back. I've been telling the young people, take your nation back. We're not talking about a religious nation. We are talking about taking Nigeria from who? From these evil, wicked politicians that have stolen money, and they are using money to buy off INEC, to buy off returning officers, to buy off staff, to buy off innocent citizens that have been impoverished by the same politicians, where they have weaponized poverty. They've used religion on people, deceived them, and give them money that may not even last a week, and they should vote for them for another 4 years. Peter Obi and Baba Ahmed, all they've been asking is that Nigerians should take their nation back from wicked politicians. All that Nigerians are asking for is an environment to operate with peace. From their little hard work, they should have something out of it. Please, the judiciary, do the right thing. Look at the facts, not just the technicalities. So it is important for the judiciary to do the correct thing. This is the only hope that Nigerians have. So I want to say a very, very big thank you to everyone that has been standing peacefully. Let's go out. Peaceful protest is constitutional. Let's not cause trouble. No one should create a state of anarchy. I believe all we are asking for is our mandate. We're asking INEC to do the needful. Let's see the original result from the different polling units on the day of the different election. I want to say a very, very big thank you. Thank you for watching. Why don't you go ahead and share this broadcast with as many people as you can. And also like the broadcast. By so doing, Facebook and YouTube will recommend it to more viewers. I also want you to subscribe to my channel if you've not already done so. God bless you, and may God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Once again, this is your friend and brother, Dr. Haruna Goro. I see you in